we were just doing it as hobby, just fun, just like kids playing football in the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got radio, wasn't getting no money or anything like that. You know, if we got £50 for a show or something, it would be like a happy day, you know what I mean? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought, you know, we'll be achieving the kind of success that we are now.
Because we were participating, it was always about the art for us anyway, you know what I mean? And that excitement of just performing and getting the opportunity to do something you love in front of people, you know? Slow growth is sometimes better than that just like, you know, quick success. And it was like, you know what, I can garner an audience and keep them engaged, not just, you know, engaged by like dropping songs all the time, but just working on, we were talking about earlier about working on the show.
The show itself.
And making the show something that you have to come and see. So I might do bigger shows than someone else with a #1 or something, but it's because I've built the show. They're not here, they're not at the show because of this single I've just released.
Right, it's the experience.
They're at the show because every year, the experiences got better and better and people go and tell their friends. Yeah. That's what art is. It's a journey that I'm trying to take people on. I've come to a place in my life where I was like, look, if I'm gonna fail, because I've done some stuff before that didn't really work, and you know when something sounds like a compromise? And I was like, you know what, fuck that. If I'm gonna fail, this is gonna fail like with me loving it.
Doing things for, like, we all wanna make money and we all make money and do well and whatnot, but doing things solely for money is, I don't know, it's just such a conflict with the artist in me, you know? So it might take me a little bit longer to get there, to get to this point, maybe. But hopefully, I don't know, hopefully I'll be respected for it, but even hopefully I can just be happy with myself in 20 years' time, you know? You know, I'm making songs in the moment, but not just for the moment, you know? And when you know, have a career over 10 years, you can understand what, you know, songs that have lasted the test of time, people still talk about.
And here's the way to make the art that has longevity, or the art that will allow me to be around in another 10 years, you know? Like, cause you can make that art that, okay, this might work now.
Flavor of the moment.
But this might not help. This might not age well.
Right, what's the legacy you're leaving behind with the music?
Yeah, exactly. And I see it both ways, and some guys are like, no, they want to make the money now.
Yeah.
And you know, fair play to them.
Yeah.
But I've always entered this like, you know, I want to be around in 10.
Yeah.
And then when it's 10, I want to be around in another 10.
I just feel like people are like, oh, when you're older, like, what could you rap about? You know what I mean? Not down with the kids and whatnot. And it's just not about it. It's about being real to yourself and tapping into true emotion that I think is like ageless and timeless, you know? Love and fear and anger and frustration and just happiness, you know what I mean? Just those things are ageless.
Sometimes it's not about, you know, the million people. Sometimes it's about, I'm doing the shit that I want. I run the show and we're doing this, and like no one telling me you can't do this and you can't do that. Like, no, we're doing it and this is how it would be done, and kind of fight for ourselves and don't need anyone else's kind of attitude. And if you want to add to that, cool, and if not, we're doing it anyway. Yeah, and those are the people that I respect, and the artists that I've loved over the years, you know what I mean? You can tell they care, you know what I mean? And that goes with anything in any field, you know what I mean? Whether it's sports or whatnot, you know what I mean? You can tell Ronaldo's scores 2 and misses 1, he's gonna be fuming over that one. He you know, he cares. I think once you, me, are so consumed with the art that you're creating and so occupied, you know, all of your time and whatnot, and surround yourself with like-minded people that want to, you know, do this thing for a living, there's no real room for the other avenue. Passion could change the course of anyone's life, not just in art or whatever. Like anyone's life.
Just keep working at it, and the best for you will happen. sometimes it ain't even the best to just get signed to a label fucked you up. Gotta really think about it. It's not the be all and end all. Don't even try and get signed. It seems mad. Don't wait for that day for someone to knock your door or ring your phone and say, I want to sign you. Don't wait for that, like, it just ain't gonna come. Just go studio every day and just do it yourself. And eventually it will take you there. I swear that, just keep at it.
I'm glad that there's, you know, contemporary artists out there that are really using their voice and their creativity and their gift to actually say something. As an artist, being able to learn about artists of a different medium that you can actually, you know, have a connection to, and to be able to showcase that work is beautiful. You know, we speak the same language even though we use different techniques.
And every artist will experiment and blah blah blah, and you know, pull themselves back and whatever. It's just a part of, like, you know, growing and learning and becoming who you eventually are.
Over the years, I've learned how to dip in and dip out. You know what I mean? Release something and then kind of go away and I can come back when I'm ready. And I always encourage artists nowadays. Yeah, it does take a level of confidence to go away for a while, because you think people are gonna forget you, and you know, and then it's like fucking you know, can I do something worthy enough to draw people's attention again, because they've forgotten you? But trust me, like, if it's quality, if it's worth listening to, people will fuck with it. You know what I mean? I don't just want to be around for being around sake. I want to be around when I have something to say. And you know what I mean? This is you know, what I would like to offer the world, and you know, I'm here and I try and just do the things I like to do and limit the things that I don't. Try to be myself, try to remain true to who I am, not to get lost in the source, whether that's positive or negative, you know what I mean? Don't buy into it too much, and you know, keep your family around you. I'm very much that kind of person. So I'm not really industry, you know what I mean? You don't see me everywhere. I'm just, you know, I think people kind of that observe me from the outside looking in probably know I'm not super industried out. I just try to just, you know, keep it real, do me, carve out a lane for myself, have integrity and morals in this music industry, and just hopefully make good music.
I feel like I have a responsibility to tell the truth, to keep it real, to and at times, like, speak for people, speak up for people that don't rap, that don't have albums out, and you know what I mean, can't get their voice heard, like, be their voice.
You know, I feel like I'm in a position to open this dialogue with, you know, our communities, but not in a way where it's just like talking down. You know what I mean? You achieve a certain level of success and now you're like, oh, you're just looking down on people and like, that's wrong and that's wrong and that's wrong. It's like, no, I get it. I know how it's been portrayed in the media, and it's more about having a conversation and trying to understand why, you know, the things are happening and the reason behind them, and get into the psychology, mutual respect, and a genuine, like, synergy.
It's real. Like, they know where I'm from. You know what I mean? And they know the situations that people find themselves in, and they can identify with it.
So I have a mic. So I have to tell people how I see it. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with what you do, but we can have a conversation, you know? And a lot of this music is just a conversation.
It's like, once the people speak, then, you know, the bosses listen, you know what I mean? Yeah, it takes some level of growth, and to make songs that are important to other people, not just about yourself. It's like important to other people as well.
It's like, I feel like there's a bigger picture, you know what I mean? And I'm really out here fighting for us, you know what I mean? And just making art and doing what I like and having fun, but there's a bigger fight as well.
I feel like people are ready for something real, you know? And consumers know more than they ever did, you know what I mean? And they can tell what's really going on. Like, I got little cousins and that say, yeah, man, you just made that tune for the radio, and to get on the BBC playlist, and they're talking like that. Like, huh? We never ever knew what that meant.
Yeah, they're a lot more savvy nowadays.
Yeah, so you know, and social media, and people, you can't fake it nowadays, really. It's too much on you, too much cameras and things.
You know, on the surface it's one thing, but just like when it says a bit more or makes you think, makes you question something, that art jumps off of the surface. The fight will continue, but we win.